Welcome to my off-grid adventures. I'm Frank and I'm glad you're here with me today for this unboxing video of the DJI Mini 4 Pro drone. I purchased this for our 60-acre off-grid property just to help enhance some of the videos that we share with you on this channel. I'm excited about the kind of footage I'm going to be able to share from using this drone, especially when it comes to the ability it has to track and follow you. So when I'm working in the tractor out in the field, I don't have to be worrying about where the camera is or moving it. I can do all that from inside the cab of the tractor and get some better angles for you to be able to see exactly what we're up to here. Also, we just purchased an additional 20 acres. Our land used to be 40, now it's 60, and we have about a quarter mile more river access now. And I'm really excited to see what it looks like taking this drone along the river the entire length of it and getting a cool shot of that in a way that you just couldn't do without something like this. I did a lot of research before buying this drone, and I found it quite confusing. Even when I finally landed on the model that I wanted to buy, the DJI Mini 4 Pro, I then had to decide between quite a few options, and even when I found the option I wanted, I wasn't certain what came with it. And that's the main reason I'm sharing this unboxing video. It's not just to show you what's in the box, but it's to clarify what you get when you order this from Amazon and probably any other retailer. But it just wasn't clear on exactly what came with it. Specifically, when you look at the description on Amazon and compare it to the description for the same product on DJI's site, it looks like DJI is throwing in a few extras like spare propellers. It doesn't say anything about that in the Amazon description. On the DJI site, it shows all of the things that come with this package, and it shows you clearly that it comes with extra propellers. And that is what I was wondering, if that was a part of what was sold with the same product on Amazon. The Amazon description just says that the Fly More Combo Plus includes a RC2 controller, 3 batteries plus, charging hub, and shoulder bag. And it doesn't say anything else about those other extras. So I just wasn't sure, but I read through some of the reviews and some people said that it came with them. So the reason I purchased this from Amazon instead of DJI is I trusted that all the same products were going to be included in the package, and it turns out that they were. I also wanted to get it more quickly, and Amazon was going to ship this faster than DJI, and I trust Amazon. I buy a lot from them, and I don't have to worry about their return policy and things like that, so I went with the retailer I trust. Before we dive into the unboxing experience, I also want to mention the reason why I purchased the DJI Mini 4 instead of the Mini 3 Pro. And that was a little bit of a tempting thing to do because Costco is selling that at a discount, and Costco is another retailer that I trust very much and purchase a lot from, again, because I trust their return policy and that they have good prices. So I was tempted to get that, but when I researched the difference between the 3 and the 4, the biggest one is obstacle avoidance. So having that ability to take this drone through the woods, through the river, and anywhere on our property and know that it's at least supposed to avoid the trees and any other obstacles is something that I care about, so I was willing to spend a little bit more to get that. There are a lot of words in this product title, aren't there? So let me walk through that really quickly for you here, because each word does mean something different in what you get. First, there are 2 types of controllers that you can have. One that has a screen built in, that's the DJI RC2 that you see here. And then there's another that you can just attach your phone to the controller itself and use your phone as the screen. That one is cheaper, but it also locks up your phone and drains your phone's power, so I decided not to go with that one. Now, the Fly More Combo means that it comes with extra batteries, and it comes with the carrying case and a number of other things, but the word plus is very important, and it's not very obvious what that means. I'm not so sure that it's as clear to the buyer as DJI assumes that it is when they titled it this way. But the word plus refers to the amount of battery life that you have in each of the 3 batteries that come with the combo set. How much more battery life is that? Let's do the math. On my company's website that I own, amplifymarketers.com, I have a page that's honestly just for me because I'm always needing to do some calculations and it's easier to put them all on one page. So if you want to use a tool like this to calculate different sale prices and discounts and things like that, it's amplifymarketers.com/calculators. But let's see what the difference is between 34 and 47. That's 38.24% more power per battery. That's a lot. And to me, when you're multiplying that by 3, it is enough of a justification for spending a little bit more. So in total, you get 135 minutes of flight time for using all 3 of these batteries. Something else that's just not very clear is you look at this image and you just assume, wouldn't you, that there's only two batteries with it. You don't necessarily think that one of them is loaded into the drone itself, and it is, that's how it comes. But to me, why not just show everything on its own, including those extra tools and screws and propellers and everything else that it comes with, and even the bag. That's not their primary image here, and I kind of wish it would have been. It would have made it a lot simpler for me to know what I was purchasing. Let's start unboxing this and we'll see exactly how it comes from Amazon. I'm surprised how small and light this box is. There's a plastic that goes all the way around this, so we have to remove that first. Then there's an extra layer of protection here with one of those pull tabs that you have to strip off, just like you see on a lot of Apple products now. It's a little bit unusual that everything came already in the carrying case that you'll be using for this product. Normally the carrying case is folded up and in a separate part of the container, and then you see all of the pieces that come with it in separate compartments of the package. But in this case, everything is already somewhat as you're going to have it when you're using this and transporting it. I'm impressed with the quality of the material of this bag. It's comfortable, it feels like it's going to be durable, it has a quality strap, and it also has strong, durable zippers. As I said before, everything is pretty much where it's going to be when you're using this, except each of the pieces are currently wrapped in some protective material. Let's unpack everything that's in the compartment that is zipper enclosed at the top part of this bag. There's a small screwdriver for doing some maintenance on the drone. You have those extra propellers that I was definitely wanting to see. And then you have a few different manuals. There are two cords that come in this section. One is a USB-A to USB-C, and the other is a USB-C to USB-C cable. And then there's just a couple of those protective salt packets in here too. Let's take everything out of the carrying bag first, and then we'll start to take them out of the packaging. Nothing comes in the pocket that's on the front side of this, and it's not a very large compartment, but it will do well for holding some additional micro SD cards and some spare propellers or other small items like that. I'm glad you like it. This is the battery charger, and it does have 3 batteries with it, and you might be a little afraid when you see that there are only 2, but again, as I mentioned earlier, one of them is inside the drone already. When you plug this in using one of those USB-C cords, it only charges one of the batteries at a time, and then when it's fully charged, it moves on to the next and then to the next. So just in case you're wondering, it doesn't charge all 3 simultaneously, so it might take a little bit longer depending on how you're going to use it. Next, let's move on to the controller, which for this particular package is the DJI RC2 controller that includes the touchscreen. By the way, this does have an internal battery that has to be recharged with the USB-C cable. It has a sturdy feel to it. The grips are nice and comfortable, and there are a lot of buttons all over this thing. I don't yet know what each of them do, but we'll be learning that during the first flight, which will come up in the next few weeks. These are the joysticks that come out from the back, and then you screw them on. It seems like this is the type of thing that could easily get lost, but thankfully they're cheap and you can get quite a few colors, like the best color in the world, which is orange. So I purchased a set of orange ones that I'll be using when I fly this the first time. There are all kinds of buttons, and there are also 2 dials on this. Now let's look at the drone itself. It comes with this protective gimbal cover installed. It also comes with the propeller holder attached, and this is going to be handy just to protect everything when you're transporting it in the bag. There are just a few stickers to take off of the propeller holder itself and also the gimbal. And then one more over the battery compartment itself. Let's open this up now, starting with the front arms, which have to be folded differently than the rear arms do, as you can see. Let's remove that battery. You just pinch from the sides and pull. Comes out really easily, but also has a nice secure snap to it when it's in place. To put it back into the stored position, you fold up those rear arms first, and then you fold the front arms, and you put everything back into the propeller holder. Then put that gimbal protector back on, and it goes back in the case. I'm going to put everything back into the case now, just as it was when it arrived, except for the protective packaging has been removed, and I'm going to show you a few other things I bought along with this. Sometimes camera-related products include a mini SD card, like the security cameras that I have on our property, and then sometimes they don't, like the GoPro. It doesn't include a micro SD card either. But for this DJI Mini 4 Pro, you do need to purchase actually a couple of these, one for the controller and one for the drone. I also purchased this landing pad. It's a 20-inch landing pad that costs $16 from Amazon. If you are able to launch this from concrete or a safe environment, you may not need this, but since I'm going to be launching it from grass and sand and dirt, it can really mess up the drone as far as what I read and learned from other YouTubers. This seems like a pretty good quality product. It has two sides to it. One is orange, the best color ever, and then there is a gray side. When you're landing this, you can look down and see what you're landing on, so it's nice to be able to have that bright orange beneath you. There definitely isn't enough room in the carrying case for this to fit, but it's about the same size, so it shouldn't be too hard to grab and take along with you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, would you please give it a thumbs up? That really does help my channel. And if you'd like to see how this goes when I fly it for the first time, or how I use it on our 60-acre off-grid property, please subscribe. We'd love to have you join us. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.